as you'll know this time of year, the mornings are dark, the evenings are dark. Motivation is probably non-existent, and the temptation to fall into that comfort zone and forget about the goals is extremely high, and that's when I always go back to the 24-hour you concept. So what would you tomorrow want you today to do? Good morning, people. I hope you are well. Today I'm trying to get the perfect routine of training like a bodybuilder and training like a fighter, and this is the perfect day to go full send on it for me, because I haven't got any work to do today. Today's my day where I've got around 4 to 5 hours of work which I can spread out across the day. So quiet day in terms of work, which means we are doing 2 lots of Muay Thai sessions and a bodybuilding session. So I've just rushed to get my coffee in, so I have to get up early doors here, which I'm at 8:30, which doesn't seem that early, but back home is 1:30. Yeah, my English alarm clock is 1:30 back home. So rushing to get a coffee in me. I've had 10 eggs for breakfast. Gonna grab a bit of fruit, a few carbs, and then we can head into Sinbi Muay Thai where we've got a session. Then we're gonna come back, get some more food in us, and do a bit of work, and then head for a pre-workout meal into a bodybuilding style training. After that, post-workout into another pre-workout, if you could call it post-workout, and then we head for another session at Tiger Muay Thai, and then a post-workout. So I'm rushing now, but let's fucking go. Get my fruit in before we train. I'm actually pretty scared about the day, to be honest. Like, the first session will be alright. The gym session is going to be hard, and then the last session of the day going to be very hard, but just feeling so fucking blessed, like to literally have to live my dream life. I know today's like the equivalent of a day off for me. Like realistically, being a coach, you don't ever get a day off because you're always replying to messages. But yeah, I need like 4 or 5 hours of work to do, training 3 times, gonna have to eat food that I absolutely love in the sun. Oh, God, fly on me. But yeah, feeling grateful. Session ticked off, as you can tell. Pretty sweaty, but yeah, I have well and truly fallen in love with Muay Thai. So session 1 ticked off. Now we rest, get some food, go and train chest. Then we do a bit of work, a bit of work in between, eat again, and then back to the final session Muay Thai for the day. We get to work. No matter how bad you're feeling and how much you don't want to do it, once you get that workout done, I can promise you will feel a million times better. So just see this as your sign. If you don't want to fucking train today, you're putting it off, you're procrastinating, you're telling yourself tomorrow you're going to do it. Get yourself in there today and it will change your day. I honestly believe I live one of the most 100-mile-an-hour lives out there. From what you've last seen, I've trained push, had a post-workout meal from training, a pre-workout meal for the push session, a post-workout meal for the push session, done 5 hours of work, and now we're heading off for the 3rd session of the day. The time difference is sending me crazy, so all of that has gone on, and it is only like, it's like not even lunchtime in the UK, which just blows my fucking mind. But there's also an absolute storm going on, and obviously I get to the gym on a bike, so this should be entertaining. But yeah, we're gonna get to Fitness Street. I'm gonna have some smoothie, protein shake, some protein pancakes, another coconut water for my electrolytes, and then into a big Muay Thai session. This is actually the life of a fucking full-sending athlete, you know? I'm loving it, I really am. I feel high off life. Like 3 sessions in one day, and it's gonna be the equivalent. I said it's gonna be 5 hours of work, but I'm gonna be working till about 3 AM. My session finishes at 7 PM, so it's gonna be like, what's that, 8 hours of work on top of one for like 10. I don't even know how I'm fitting all this in a fucking day. Probably just like essentially 2 days. But I'm trying to get a nap in somewhere as well. But we're high of life, mate. This is what life's about. I feel incredible. So yeah, I need to rush off now. But oh, that was intense. Just got to my favourite restaurant after a bit of a mad journey on the bike. It was absolute pissing it down. And like when you're on a bike, obviously you're going quick. I don't know, you can't really see me, can you? Let me deep smudge that. But yeah, when the bike was going so quick, rain pushes destroying my face. So this is the current look. But here now, gonna have a hot coffee, some protein pancakes, and relax for a bit before I get into my next session. So let's enjoy it. I'll show you what the pancakes look like when they come. Now that is needed. Look at this. I love it. I actually do love the rain, and we've got the Christmas tree there. But that's good. I think the rain's such a sick thing. It just makes me feel cozy. It puts me in a good mood. Honestly, right, me, when I'm eating pancakes, drinking coffee, back to train Muay Thai, my 3rd session of the day, Christmas is around the corner. Life just don't really get much better than this, does it? I'm at my peak right now, the peak level of happiness, and I don't ever want to come away from this feeling. So I'm going to enjoy my pancakes, but look at them, absolute beauty. That is me officially wrote fuck off. I feel awful. Nah, but I do actually feel good, just feeling absolutely knackered. I could barely throw a kick that one. So yeah, get home, some food, some good rest, some good recovery. As you'll know, this time of year, the mornings are dark, the evenings are dark. Motivation is probably non-existent, and the temptation to fall into that comfort zone and forget about the goals is extremely high. And that's when I always go back to the 24-hour you concept. So what would you tomorrow want you today to do? And every time you catch yourself about to do something which you know is not in line with your goals, and maybe you know is going to leave you feeling like absolute shit, think back to the 24-hour you concept and you'll thank yourself so much. So don't fall off throughout these winter months. We keep pushing, we keep grinding, as you can see, we keep sweating as well. But yeah, keep getting after them goals. Anytime you start chasing the goal, the number one thing that comes to your head is, I wish I started sooner. It doesn't matter what it is. My bodybuilding show, I thought the same. Even when I got into boxing, I remember thinking, I wish I started this at 5 years old. So today is the youngest you will ever be. So if there is any goals you're wanting to get after, start today, because we like to think that there's more time in the future. You know, we like to think there's going to be an extra hour in the day, maybe an extra day in the week, but sadly that's never the case. And Alex Hormozi says it best. He says something along the lines of like, if you're waiting for when you're less busy to start a new habit or a new program, it presumes that when you get busy again, you'll stop. So make it work in your harder times, in your busiest times, and then you'll make it stick.